Hello everyone, Zero Fossil Fuel back. In this installment of the video series for the HHO generator, we're going to cover the final assembly of the electrolyzer plate cavity. I have gone ahead and drilled all of the holes through the bottom. I guess you can see that fairly well. There are 18 rows of 7. There are 126 holes, 9/32 of an inch in diameter in between, and then 7 in between each plate. Inside the cavity, the holes that I drilled practically span the entire distance between the grooves that have been cut in the bottom plate. So I ran into a situation where, as I was penetrating the material with the drill, it came so close to the sidewalls of the grooves, a lot of them cracked and split as the drill was going through. Didn't actually break the whole thing apart, but it did make a very horrendous noise that I wasn't too happy with. Some of the rows were clean enough and spaced far enough where putting the drill through did not do that. In other places it did, but I don't think it's going to adversely affect the operation of the cell. And in fact, at some point I may actually take my saber saw and cut the whole bottom piece right out. Just saw this whole rectangular section right out, leaving only the frame as was originally suggested by some who are probably wiser than I. Also want to talk about the electrolyzer cavity plate preparation. I'm going to see if I can get this on camera. Yeah. Okay, if you can see that, there is a grain in the stainless steel that runs horizontally across the length of the metal plate. It runs this way. Okay. Some have asked in the forums if that was enough to increase the surface area of the plate in order to generate more bubbles, generate more gas more efficiently. The answer to that is probably no, A, and B, it should run vertically to the direction that the bubbles will be rising in. So on the end plates, you can see I've roughed it up really well by using 36 grit sandpaper. And on the end plates, I've only done one side. On the neutral plates and the center plate, I've done both sides. You can see that actually pretty well. I'm surprised about that. That's about it for that. So I'm going to go ahead and just slide my pieces in here. And try to get this to go together fairly quickly. I might edit some of this out so you don't have to sit through the whole thing. This reminds me of the magic trick where the magician splits a person in half. Okay, there you have it. There's the completed electrolyzer plate cavity that Ironhead calls the S cell. And next we're going to start the construction of the electrolyte vessel. I have made it, let's see, the side walls are 4.5 inches high. The end walls, of course, are also 4.5 inches high, 4 inches wide. The top is 4.5 inch material by 7 inches long altogether. From end to end, it is 7 inches. Internally, it's 6.5, and internally, front to back, it's 4.5, and internally, it's going to have an internal height of 4.5 inches. I've taken some painter's tape and held these pieces together because this is going to be quite the trick to assemble the glue, and I'm starting the assembly upside down. So I'm just going to loosen up this piece of tape right here and get my marine adhesive like so, and just open it up, lay the pieces out before I put them together. Alright, get this out of here. Okay, so I will run a bead of adhesive along this edge. Incidentally, I have not tried this technique before, so if it fails, oh well. You get a good laugh out of it. I don't mind laughing at myself. And I'm just going to take this whole mishmash, and that piece of tape let go already. Try to fold it around so that I squeeze the adhesive in the butt edge of the end pieces. And put this in here. Press it into place. Bring the tape around. Now this block of wood is a nice flat surface for me to work on, so I know I'm going to get true edges. That's why I'm bringing this back into the picture. Now I'm trying to square up the box, and then I'm going to take a bead and run it along the bottom, or what will be the bottom. Alright, this is the part where you're going to want to take pretty great care in making sure that you get a good seal all the way around, because this is actually going to hold the electrolyte fluid. And I'm just going to take this bottom plate, set it on top, watch it spread underneath the plexiglass, press it down, and it oozes out very nicely. And of course, it is walked off center. Okay, that's not too bad. The sides look fairly square. My pieces are in place. And I'm just going to finish up with another bead of adhesive along the inside corners. We're going to make like a little fish tank aquarium. When it's finished, this will simply rest inside. There will be a couple of corner blocks on either side of the tank, and I will show those to you later, that will hold the stainless steel plate cavity raised up off of the center, raised up off of the floor of the electrolyte vessel and centered in the vessel, so that it can't really move anywhere but will allow free flow of the fluid, the electrolyte, through the holes at the bottom of the cavity. That's all for now. Zero Fossil Fuel signing out. Have fun, keep working on your project.